I instantly felt there has got to be a God. I went into a bliss state that lasted for a little bit over a week, then it faded. And as it was fading, I don't know if you two know the story Flowers for Algernon, or the movie Charlie with Cliff Robertson, for which he won an Oscar, that was based on it. But it's about this lab rat that's given a serum by which it becomes a genius, but over a period of time, it loses the genius, and he's gonna die. Algernon, and that's how I felt. And I felt like, wait a minute, I've been more aware during this week than I have ever been in my life. I don't want this just to become some vague memory in the future that I will think back on 10, 20, 30 years from now and think, oh yeah, I remember that time. Isn't it funny now? I wanted to stay connected. And so I made this agreement with the universe that for the next, I don't know why I picked, but 2 years at least, I will. If anybody wants to talk to me about God, I've got to listen. If they want me to read anything, I got to read it. If they want me to go to any kind of ceremony, I've got to go. And so over a period of time, but what I would go to, and it comes back to this show, I would go to things that I felt good about and try to expand from there. So one of the things I went to, and this is in the era of cassettes and playlists on cassettes, but I went back to what are the songs that have anything to do with God and by artists that I like. So let me start with the circle of the familiar and the friendly, and then expand out from there. Mm-hmm. So, of course, that was a lot of George Harrison. Of course, that was a lot of Van Morrison. Mm. But it was also the songs that we'll talk about today. Yeah. And so perhaps, and I'm intrigued by the way that you introduced this show, how Ye Gods, my podcast that's on the NPR network, but also it's on now 40, we just got our 40th NPR radio station. But I'm coming from a place of someone who is skeptical and cynical. And over the decades, I've moved into a place in which I'm very committed. I pray before I get out of bed in the morning. I pray before I fall asleep at night. When I go to bed, I meditate once in the day. Every day, I'm reading something spiritual. But what happened over a period of time was I began to find things that resonated off my heart, that I could believe in. Different